Right. So the teams are correct. SEFOs are on the left. They're attacking as blue. They have 2 mauls, 3 short swords, 3 poleaxes, 3 muskets, and 2. Also, they did keep the longbows last fight, so I didn't actually see that. I think they've changed it around a little bit this time. They had more mauls on the last fight, and they had less short swords. Like for WeAreClowns, have basically got the same setup. Although I think his wasn't a dual blade last time. I think it was Anya. I could be mistaken there though. So WeAreClowns has more cavalry than they did on the attack. They've got Kicker Anya with 3 sets of cavalry. Is that cultural liaison or iron cap swords? We need to have a look at. Like against the right units, they're going to do work, man. But it's obviously his Keshigs and he's probably got Cataphracts. Temple out saying it was Namcams that they had going down the stairs that were bait, basically. Alright, yeah, cool. That was like nitpicking though. But if they were there just to die anyway, then they did their job, basically. And if you're thinking as well, like, because they maybe that was the whole point with Temple Art when he come in yesterday and said it was their tactic. It was basically to say this was our tactic, we've done this. We did it against both teams to basically, like, counter the intelligence, you know what I mean? Because he said that they did that in training. Maybe SEFO's like, nah, if he said he's done it, he's not actually going to do it, do you know what I mean? Everything's possible. Right, get the minimap bigger. I'm still amazed that everyone doesn't know that you can do that. Look, make it smaller, make it bigger. I like it as big as possible so I can see what the hell's going on better without having to tab out every 2 seconds. The SEFOs have got a hell of a lot more Dow. They've got a lot less cavalry. They still do have a couple of Outriders, a couple of Keshigs. They've got a couple of Shenjins. They've got a Flames. Obviously, quite a lot of Imperial Pike Guard. A couple of Zicalians. A couple of Fort Brachio. Oh, WeAreClowns are fucking sallied out and I didn't even realise. So they sallied out with a few guys. Amya had cavalry. He's got, like, I want to see what cavalry that was. It is Iron-Capped Scout Cavalry. I think Dunkel and Weiro don't have units with them though, because they've not got cavalry out. Where is it? Weiro's got nah. So they've just come out as heroes just to get rid of some cannons, just to be basically pests. Amya's just going to run around with his Iron Cap Scouts. They're going to be pretty quick, so he's going to be able to do some... Yeah, it's only surf, so it's not really the end of the world. He can't really take on any of the bigger units because they've got a lot of pikes out, like I said, but he can at least delay... He can at least use his cavalry to delay the towers coming in. Although, whose cav unit was that? Kesh? No. Oh, yeah, Amya's red. I was getting confused then. I was like, there's like a lot more things here than. Okay, there you go. So he's got his worth out of his dudes, man. Definite. The unit just got ruined. I think Amya's just gone invisible. I don't think he's died yet. We'll see him pop up in a sec. Try to get back in. You've got Bolthy over there still alive. Lynn's just jumped down as well. They can afford to be a little bit ballsy. I feel they've lost 1 unit of green cavalry, maybe a couple of heroes, but they're not really that worried about it. The push here is not going to be able to do that much. They've got what, 2 sets of Modao and IPGs. That's what units on the other side of the gate. Oh yeah, 2 sets of Fort Brachio. Halberdier sergeants in the back with Iron Reapers. That's going to be a difficult push, man. So I don't think SEFOs are going to be going for that. This first tower here hasn't moved an inch. The other 2 are getting in now. Still got guys fighting. Never Miss just literally killed him climbing up the wall with his bow. Is Bolthy going to die? No, Bolthy's going off health. He should be fine. Amya's just jumped down to get rid of one of the longbows though. And Zaleb. So Zajeb, sorry, jumped on his face and then the longbows just absolutely ruined him. I suppose that Amya was just trying to get another hero. Okay, let's have a look at the hero disparity. Obviously, the defenders have just lost 3 heroes. 4 have died in total though, and for the attackers, sorry, none. Unit-wise, yeah, they've lost 80 units, but it was basically serfs. I mean, 80 units for the loss of 18 Iron Cap Scout Cavalries. Probably worth it. They've slowed them down. They're going to start capping A now. They don't have the gate open yet, though. The side gate isn't open. I'd say WeAreClowns probably going to be happy with that. They expected to lose a couple of heroes. They didn't really lose any good units. There's a push coming through the side gate already. We're going to concentrate on that because there's nothing going on the other side just yet. The problem these are going to have, they obviously don't know there's so many WeAreClowns here. If these push too far on their own, they can just get flanked from everywhere, man. They need to be very careful how they do this. So you got Weiro and Skiz pushing around. What units do they have? So Amya's on his Keshig. Weiro and Skiz. Weiro's got Iron Reapers and Skiz has got Javelin Sergeant. Javelin Sergeant's going to do very well against Pike units. Yeah, so their units are all basically on this back line here. This is the line that they've decided to defend. WeAreClowns. It's very Treb safe. It's a good idea, man. You can basically sit here. You can get trebbed a little bit, but it's basically completely safe. Defending the resupply, they're defending the one access to the endpoint here, and obviously they can see anybody jumping over this. Nobody's going to be able to run past there. Stable setup, man. They've got one set of flames out as well with Manu. Where's Manu at? Fight going on down here. Good IPG what, but there's too many heroes, so they're going to get shredded. That was the three guys that basically pushed through, and I was like, they need to be careful. They've gone, lost 3 units. The other 2 are going to pull back over and get new units. Where's Manu at? There's Manu. So his flames are in the back here. They're in the shield. Can't see them, but they're probably just sat in the shields there. I can't see them on this back wall either. Reapers are there. I'm going to assume that the flamers are stacked into that shield wall. He says, and they're literally just hid around the corner, so I shut up. Alright. But they're Treb safe where they are. SEFOs will look like they're rotating to get the resupply. Get a better angle and see what's going on. I was just looking for the setup of WeAreClowns, and now we'll see what SEFOs do. It looks like their main push is going to come maybe this avenue or this avenue. They're maybe just setting up here to make stuff draw, like to draw WeAreClowns in this direction and maybe try and feint the main route. We'll see in a second. But WeAreClowns, they look like they're really spread out. But the map's not that big. Like, if these have to rotate this way to support the blob over here, because if SEFOs do a full 15-man blob on this, they're going to win. Because the best unit that WeAreClowns would have to stop it is the Flames. They've only got the one set out, and they're the furthest unit away. They've also got Shenjins, and they've got the Kalian, but they're going to be able to out-Zerg WeAreClowns here. But WeAreClowns have, I think, seen that pretty much everything's over here, and they're slowly starting to move stuff around. SEFOs are maybe being a little bit too hesitant here. They needed to get into the fight while they outnumbered WeAreClowns. Start killing units of heroes. Amir in the background here with his Keshigs though could do work. If he comes from the side while they're all engaged. Good IPG walks going in there, but Iron Reapers coming in. They got the CC immunity. The Kalian throwing over the walls into a big blob there. Very well timed. SEFOs have got the first hero kill from that engagement. I think they're actually winning the main. Oh no, the Flamers there are from Manu now. That's going to be a problem to deal with for SEFOs. What SEFOs need to do is start sacrificing dudes to get on those Flamers. Otherwise, that's going to turn the fight in a big way for WeAreClowns. WeAreClowns are pushing. That could be an amazing treb though. That could actually hit the Flamers as well. Although the Flamers are still around the corner. I think WeAreClowns expected a treb there and already started pulling back. Wincrow's in the background here. I think he's just trying to do work. So the attackers are down 5 dudes. The defenders are down 3. Another treb coming in could do work again. Maybe too far back now. They should maybe treb themselves. Unit disparity. It's 490 died from SEFOs to 200 from WeAreClowns. So WeAreClowns definitely won that engagement. I think that was I'm pretty sure that was Manu's Flamers that turned that. It looked like SEFOs were winning, and then all of a sudden you just saw the sheets of flame just completely stunlocking all of the units. So Manu managing to rotate very quickly with his flames there. Definitely turned that fight in WeAreClowns' favour. I reckon though, if SEFOs would have gone a little bit quicker and a little bit harder there, and took the fight before WeAreClowns could gather up, they would have done a lot better there. Mini Mike, the match was WeAreClowns 1 in about 15 minutes. WeAreClowns are defending now. Obviously, by the time you hear this, it's 5 minutes in and probably everyone's already answered it, but it's been good, man. Fortnam Cambait only works on normal siege. Silver Zoo, so did I. So did I. But they did their obvious jump on unit start. Okay, pushed quite a bit. Oh, the tactic that they use, Mini Mike, yeah. Or, well, what Soul's saying. It was the same tactic that Chocolate Paladins tried yesterday. But WeAreClowns are just they've practiced it against at least two teams that we know of. So their execution was spot on, to be fair. So again, a lot of cavalry up for SEFOs at the minute. And there's a lot of pikes. A lot of pikes for WeAreClowns. This is going to be a rough fight, man. I honestly don't see these units beating the Shenzhen throws coming in. Is that from... Well, they've got condos in the fight as well. Zakalian, Outriders. The Flamers are in the back here. By looks at, there's only 2 of them alive. Have a quick gander around the map. You've got Amir in the back lines. He must be on his cataphracts now, surely. Yeah, he's got his cataphracts. So, if that's just Outriders, though, his cataphracts will absolutely trounce them. And they're coming through now. He'll push the 2 ability. Just make them follow him. And they'll do work against these Outriders. The big fight's going on here. WeAreClowns didn't even wait. They pushed in themselves. So, sorry for missing that. Good tactic, man. They wouldn't, like, SEFOs wouldn't have expected them to push around the corner with IPG walks. Probably would have had Flamers in there as well. Somebody's retreating their Reapers. Cavalry in the background's doing some work, but that fight definitely went in WeAreClowns' favour. They got rid of a lot of units there. Unit disparity, they got 600 from the attackers to 809, so basically 300 of the defenders. So 300 unit difference. We've got these Zakalians from SEFO still throwing. Then you get like throw further around the corner to do more work. Pushing the wrong key. WeAreClowns are step back up basically. Very even on hero units. WeAreClowns are going to push again. Them Zakalians are doing work though. They need to protect them. They need to make sure those Zakalians don't get killed. They are doing a lot of work. Who's those Zakalian? So Krim and Jean Arc. I don't know whose of those or if it's both of them, but they are doing damage. An IPG what going off? I don't see on what. I think that was a misclick maybe. So Amya's cataphracts are down. I believe Amya's out of units now. He had his green cav outside. He had his Keshigs on the first big fight over here. They pretty much got wiped. And I'm pretty sure his cataphracts are now gone. So he's just going to be looking for individual heroes that he can jump on people's faces with and get rid of them. Manu's Flamers. Does he even have the Flamers out or has he changed them? Manu is now on Iron Reapers. So no more Flamers for WeAreClowns at the minute. It looks like they're just going to counter Zergluk though. You got a few guys in the back lines here. IPGs, Photobrachios and Madao. Interesting. IPG walks going off left, right, and center. Ooh, good use of the Keshigs there to get rid of some of the heroes. They're into the Zakalian. They're going to get rid of them. Amya's trying to stop the cavalry. He got rid of a lot of it. Soikon's trying to flank around to get into the back of these guys. Could be a good tactic. SEFOs... I'd say that's 50-50 where this fight went. I think both teams lost units there. Did Soikon get through? Soikan even? He is through. But his Keshigs... He might be able to get rid of some of the retreating Madao. He's not charging into that. WeAreClowns have pushed SEFOs back. Grenades there. Didn't really do much. So what are we on now? So we've got 356 against 600. A more even exchange on that one. WeAreClowns still made like a, let's say a 40 unit plus because they killed 40 more again than SEFOs did. SEFOs now on their like the last dregs. They've got Pike Militia, they've got Village Watchmen. And WeAreClowns have basically still got a full setup. They do have a... Manu's got his Pike Militia because he's lost his Reapers and his Flames. Amya doesn't have any units. But I would say WeAreClowns have enough to deal with this. And just by them putting on the pressure, look, they've got 14 heroes to 8. They can just keep taking these smaller fights, killing off heroes when they get the chance, and then it's... They've got nothing on the base point though, so they need to be careful that nobody just jumps up here and starts capping. Although Wincrow's all over it. He's seen this. He's seen Krim coming around. He's going to jump over and stop it. Wero's there as well. Wincrow's got his Namcams with him. So there's still a couple of units down there that could do work. Outriders are a good unit in theory to do a lot of consistent damage, but it's a unit that has to do damage over time. They do not have like immense, let's say, burst damage. And that's why archers are not normally used in any sort of tournament situation, because not having the burst damage to get rid of things it's just pointless. That's why muskets are straight up there. Muskets can stop charges, they can stun heroes as well. They can do straight up more damage. They're getting some trebs off here to get some damage in, but it's not really doing much. We've got 530 units for the defenders, 240 of the attackers. It's GG, man. Very nicely played from WeAreClowns. I like seeing that from defending teams, though. There's too many teams that defend. They get their setup right, and then they just wait. And then if you just wait too long, like the attackers can get like a good angle and just put pressure on you because they're the ones dictating how the fight's gonna go. And what I like with WeAreClowns, instead of just sitting there and waiting for a fight, they're like, look, we've got fucking 10 guys sat here. They've got 6 guys here. We outnumber them. Just fucking push and get rid of them. And then they leave like a unit in the background so they can't get run over. And then they just nuke the smaller opposition. Like take the fights where they know they're going to win. And then they're just laughing. It's Temple Shot chilling at the back gate with his Iron Reapers. Got the Witch Doctor attire on. Yeah, it's GG, man. So WeAreClowns 6-6. I know it's round 7, but that's because some teams got added and removed and stuff. So this is actually the 6th match though that's been played. The last round, WeAreClowns have secured all 6 matches are wins. So they're going to go through to face Pond Guard, like let's say a friendly, or to use the top dog of all the matches. And they've gone through with a clean slate, so they're happy with that. 18 points. SEFOs, unfortunately, with the 1 victory against Banished. But they did well, man. It's just WeAreClowns is a very, very experienced team, and I know they train a hell of a lot. I don't know how much time SEFOs have to train. But I would be surprised if it was as much as WeAreClowns are. And because WeAreClowns are all like from the same house in game as well, it's just the synergy's already there, like from normal territory wars every week. And then doing extra scrims all the time as well just helps out, man. WeAreClowns have shown against every opponent they've faced that they are just extremely good. They have extremely good strats every time we see them. They execute the strats very well. They have very good individual players that can think on their feet and get their flanks off. A guy that often gets left the responsibility of just going in when he wants to is Amya with his cavalry. But they have a lot of very good players that they can just basically tell them to do something and they do it. So GG to both teams, but very well done to WeAreClowns. Enjoyed watching that. That was a very, very clean 2 fights, man. That's brutal. Obviously, the deaths for SEFOs is absolutely racking up now. Everyone's on 3 or 4 deaths. They're probably not even spawning back in because it just doesn't make sense. They've got 5 units left. There's probably just like 5 Metalitori in somebody's thing somewhere. Amya's just jumped on a longbow. You got Farbsy here just running around in circles like, nah. Singing to himself, no, no, don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. 100% he was singing. I would be if I was. And Banani Alpina, or Alpina, thank you for the follow, my dude. Much appreciated. Bye, the Alex is going for dinner. Oi. SEFOs didn't expect it. That's unexpected. Yeah, I don't think SEFOs were expecting it, if we're being fair. Just like how well WeAreClowns have fought the whole league so far. So heroes killed, 19 died from WeAreClowns, 54 from SEFOs. Obviously, a lot of that was afterwards once they'd lost all their units. This is the big one, though. So they managed to kill 700. It's basically double, isn't it? So WeAreClowns basically killed double the units of SEFOs. I should have maybe looked after that last big fight had died, like on this point here, where the last big push came. I should have maybe checked there what the hero disparity was. That was like more accurate when it was like more even, because obviously afterwards, once you lose your units, you're just feeding them kills. So it wouldn't have been as high as 54. It would have been a lot higher than 19 though. It might have actually been double still. It might have still been like around 40 by the time, like when the big fight had. Is extremely good, man. Let's look at MVP. So the 2 longbows actually did really good, man. For SEFOs. Both got Similar hero kills and hero assists. Very similar unit kill scores. Brutal though, man. Like, what are you gonna do against like basically the best team in your division? Rough. And there's Manu with his 102 unit kills. That definitely must have been Flames. That must have been the Flames. Last tempo shot. Obviously he had Reapers as well. Reapers would have done work, but I don't think they would have done the majority of that. I'm pretty sure that would have been the Sprofanoi, the Flamey boys. King Smex is doing extremely well as well. 3-0, 14, and 148. And Amya just doing work, man. I mean, 60 of those. I think 60 was with Peasants, but still getting 60 actual unit kills in the fighting afterwards with his Cataphracts and Keshigs is still very good. Very nicely played. GG both teams, and congrats to WeAreClowns with